What's on, guys? So Chris Crypto here with another video. Today we're going to do a little market update just before the FOMC meeting, which should be happening in about 3.5 hours time. I think it's 3.5 hours. Let's have a look. So it says meeting in 3.5 hours. So I think the initial live stream starts at about 6, but the actual meeting will be going ahead at 7. With Jerome Powell just overgoing what's going on, and obviously with the FOMC meeting, we're basically it's no chance of a rate cut, and again, like I said, 99% chance of 4.25 to 4.5, which currently is going down 0.25. Again, 1% chance down to 4 to 4.25. So from what it sounds like, not much is going to be happening, to be fair. And then let's have a look at the kind of market. So at the minute, 3 trillion market cap of the overall cryptocurrency space, which up 3%. I mean, that is fantastic over the last couple of days. And again, fear and greed, we're right in neutral at the minute. But if you look at the daily of what each crypto is doing, so Bitcoin, we're at 3.5%, which isn't bad, touching over, nearly at that 97.5, which is good to see. But again, prior to the FOMC meeting, sometimes cryptos can pump up slightly, not like a huge pump, but like we're seeing these 2, 3, 4% price increases on the 24-hour. I mean, XRP 1.5%, Solana nearly 3%. Dogecoin 3.5, Cardano 3.5 as well. Where are we to as well? So even Adira 2.5, Litecoin 10%, but again it's probably ETF sort of filing being approved. Still price is doing quite well. And then you got your BitTensor, which is again flat. Pepe's at 4.5%, always good to see. Meme Coin Life, near up 0.5%. Which is kind of surprising, to be fair, because obviously, what have we got here? Bitwise have submitted an S1 near ETF spot, and that was filed yesterday by Bitwise. But no real kind of mild price increase, but not much. But over the 7 day, it's still down nearly 5%. Ondo at 3%. Ave over 3.5, and then Casper as well 2.5. On the 7 day, nearly it's 8.5%. And obviously Casper at the minute looking quite good, with kind of looking here with obviously the crescendo being put in 2 days ago, working at 10 blocks per second, and you can see there, look at that flying. So 10 blocks per second for Casper, 2.5 blocks per second for Solana, Hyperliquid 2 blocks per second. Solui, it's basically just under half block a second, and I mean Bitcoin it's not even very slow. So currently I think it's Casper doing very well, doing about 3,000 transactions per second on the block, in comparison to Bitcoin's 3 to 7 transactions per second. So let's go into some charts and have a good look, see what's going on. So Bitcoin, actually, we look at this. So realistically, with Bitcoin at the minute, what we're seeing is we're hovering between this kind of 93.5 kind of region, 93.4 $1,000 range, up to about 97.7. We whipped up to 98, just below 98. Sorry, but on the daily we're not closing over that 90 kind of 7.5 range. We're not closing over it. So to push on then to the 100k mark, we're looking at, we got to break the 98,000 fully. I mean, the last time we broke 98,000 was back here in bloody February. Yeah, so nearly 3 months ago. So, because man, it's already the 7th of May today. It's mad, isn't it? But with Bitcoin, we're holding this support really well that we broke. Not up to 93. 93.4, and we're holding at a support at the minute over the last kind of week and a half, nearly 2 weeks to be fair. And as you can see here, look at Bitcoin dominance absolutely flying at the minute. So I mean, Bitcoin dominant is up to nearly 65.4%. It's rocketed up back in the last week, basically a whole percent in the last 2 weeks. But last time it was at these levels, where Bitcoin dominance was thriving, was around February, was it January of 2021. So I don't know what happened just there. Let's have a little look. See, yeah, come back here. So yeah, so at the minute, Bitcoin dominance on the high. I mean, obviously, when altcoins kind of went off, so coming back to start of November, Bitcoin dominance was climbing because Bitcoin started to see that trajectory from kind of, your 55,000 up to about 80 odd thousand, 90,000. Where are we? Let's have a look exactly what was going on. So around November time, we went from, so October, we were about 68,000, so we hit kind of all-time highs prior, and then from there came down to 66, and then November, I mean, we took off for over a whole month to basically 100k. So 100k there. Bitcoin dominance obviously went up to 100k, but then altcoins obviously started to really take off, and Bitcoin dominance just went down. I mean, how much did it go down when altcoins had that kind of really bullish section? So it went down 11%, the Bitcoin dominance then. And then since then, because altcoins have kind of tailed off again, where Bitcoin's probably lost about, well, if you look properly, so since its all-time high again in January, Bitcoin is gone down. What have we lost? We went all, let's say the lowest point, it went down 31% at its lowest point. So that's when obviously the tariffs were announced, etc. 31%. Let's go to like XRP. Let's not go XRP. Let's go something like Hedera, for example. So Hedera, again, a very good hold of mine. From that all-time high in December, even let's go January. So from here we went down to, where are we, the 7th. So basically 70% near enough. So as you can see there, that's why Bitcoin dominance basically really overtook again, because altcoins were hit a lot harder than Bitcoin. So Bitcoin started to absorb most of that market cap again of the cryptocurrency space. But look, let's have a little look at Ethereum, see what's going on. Where are we? What's going on? Can't keep saying going on because that's going to annoy everyone, including myself. I got really blocked up loads today, guys, so I'm literally just like, yeah, bit snotty. So look, at the minute, Ethereum is holding that kind of 1,800 up to, kind of lipping it. Even on the daily, we're staying over since, let's zoom right in here. So on the daily, we are holding kind of above, 1760 on the daily, and we're getting some candle wicks above. We got a few candle wicks above, candle bodies above the $1,800 range. But at the minute with Ethereum, I mean, realistically, once we push through the 950 to 2,000, hopefully we can make some ground up then to about 2.5, because we use it as support here, then obviously resistance here, and at the minute the 1,780, 750 is about support for us at the minute. Whether we hold that support, there's not really been a significant amount of volatility over the last week in Ethereum. It's been quite flat. However, XRP obviously has been one of the best kind of performing assets over the kind of last, I'd say, 6 to 8 months, in the sense of volatility, in the sense of price movement. So obviously going from that all-time high around Jan, that tariff, we lost 50%. So not like your Hederas or your Suis or anything like that. Didn't lose as much kind of value, but at the minute holding around the 115 mark as we speak at the minute. So we were coming up to that 120 and hugging the 120, $1.20 mark, but at the minute we're just hovering around the kind of between the 211 up to the 217.18. Whether in the next couple of days we try and break that $220 range, then we can start pushing on that to kind of 245, 250. If not, we could wick back down to about the $2 range, I reckon, so about here. And then if that goes any further, we'll be wicking back down to about 180, which what could happen. And then let's look at Solana. Solana, again, markets in general reasonably flat over the last 2 weeks. I'll say 2 weeks. Solana's holding nicely at about 145. Not really dipping much below that. Even on the daily kind of closes, we are whipping over kind of 145, which is fantastic. And then H bar is looking quite similar in the sense, like was holding over that 18 cent range for a little bit, but we've whipped just back under again, just because obviously with the FOMC meeting coming up today. I think the markets have already kind of priced in the fact that we're probably not going to get a cut. There might be mild volatility during the speech, as there usually is. Whether it's to the down or upside, we can't say, and I won't say. Again, not financial advice whether you buy into that or not. And but yeah, with Hedera at the minute, no real news around Hedera recently. Again, loads of good partnerships, but to make recent kind of price action, against the market, there's not really much to say around it. Again, we've broken out of this downward wedge, which is seen as a bullish sign. But at the minute, we're kind of wicking between 7.20 to $17 up to about 17 and a bit cents the last couple of days. And then Casper, at the minute is again, it's just trying to break that 10 cent range, and at the minute it hasn't got it. That crescendo came in on the 15th, and obviously went up about what did it go up? Not much, probably about 3-4%. 6%. Oh, I lied. So 6%, and then literally went back down. So the news of the crescendo, great, but didn't really do much to price action. And obviously with Casper, you need the Coinbase listing, the Binance listing to come in to really see a price spike. But as well, with utility of Casper, it's not as high as other projects like your Solanas, because it is currently 40th in the cryptocurrency space at a $2.4 billion market cap. But yeah, with smart contracts, your kind of stable coins and stuff like that, you'd be looking good at Casper, and then getting a bit more utility and kind of value going through, or get currency flow through the system, and that will spike the price quite a bit. Ondo, so Ondo had a nice little price spike, didn't it? About up to, just look again on the daily, we're not breaking that $1 mark. So once we break the $1, you're looking at I'd say 115, 120. You're looking at to then start pushing towards. But I think that's going to go with Bitcoin when that breaks 100,000. We'll probably push on a bit. Again, not financial advice, not saying again definite, but for me, this is personally, again, Bitcoin could wick down to keep going down to that 93. If it breaks the 93, you're looking at 91,500. And other cryptocurrencies will be a bit more volatile and follow that suit. Sui as well, obviously after the Pokemon news, flown up to $3.50 or $3.54. And again, from that news, what have we gone up? From that news, we went up a whole, let's go for the wicks, 84%, but let's say solid kind of candles, just shy of 70%. So not bad going there. But currently, being a slightly bit more volatile, just be a bit more of a sell-off, but still holding around that 335. We went down to 115, which I wish I bought more, but I did not, because I was like, I'll wait down more, because I was expecting to come down to about this level of support of like 285, 284 region, but whether that is. And then Chainlink, that's how we're doing there. Chainlink, love a bit of Chainlink. Again, 13.5, 13.7 holding. We were holding the 14 2 level quite well on solid daily candle closes. But currently, yeah, we're holding around the 13.5 mark at the minute. Whether we whip back down to kind of the 12.5 range before we then go back up. And then next level of kind of resistance would be that 17.7. I mean, we realistically want to break the 15 mark, the 15 range. And once we really break it on a daily, consistently, then you're looking in to push up to that 17.7. Quant, look at it, it's doing very well. Let's go to the 4 hourly. Let's have a little look. So Quant on the 4 hourly, again, look, bang, down to this 81, holding really well. Broke through resistance here 2 weeks ago, and now we're coming up to that kind of 90. We're not holding above $90 on the 4 hourly or the daily. But with Quant, I mean, as you can see here, so it's been as a digital euro innovation platforms, basically European Central Bank establishing the digital euro. Quant is seen as a kind of gateway for that to happen, and because of that, the price action has been quite positive on Quant. It's I mean, from that move around here, we have gone up approximately 11%. Which is fantastic to see. Bit tensile, love bit tensile. We're literally ranging here on from 380, let's say between 340 to 380. We've been there for the last couple of weeks now. Whether we see a bit of price action where we start to push on past the 380, realistically, then we'll go 400, and then where are we to? So you're looking at around 400, and then maybe about 440, 450. And then once you break the 450, we'll be pushing on hopefully into the 490. Once we get past that 490 to 500 mark, bit tense, I reckon we'll push on quite a bit. NIRS, the ETF news, like we said, we had a little pump from 198 to about, what was it? Oh, not from there, sorry, apologies. From here, we pumped up about 6%. So I thought it was on the 15 minute then. So yeah, about 4%. So again, ETF news didn't really do much for NIR. But yeah, at the minute, guys, the crypto space is going to be a bit more volatile today than it has been the last week. Last week it's been quite flat. Over the next kind of couple hours, it's going to be a bit more volatile. Because before the FOMC meeting, might see a little mini pump. By that I mean like a couple percent. Again, not financial advice, but we might do. And then whether we pump up then when the actual Jerome Powell's talking, depending where it goes, the market could pump and then dump a bit more. And that's again what we usually see with these FOMC meetings, or if Trump's talking or anything like that. We usually see a little pump and then a dump and then kind of market stabilise. But we will see. But thanks guys for listening, and I'll be back up with another video soon. Depending if I finish work early, I will try and get the FOMC meeting live with the Bitcoin chart as well. But look after each other, look after your cryptocurrency, look after each other, keep fit, keep active, and have a good rest of your day. Have a good one.